check, 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 check. We not take back no checks. You pep talk. Tiggity check, 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 check. Hey girl, let's leave the shot. We know say Wilder, you don't want the drama. When Tyson rise up the llama, take to pray at night with your father. He got thing by me, even not like a fighter, like just not like a fighter, because I'm pretty much just neutral on how I like fighters. Like AJ, popular to contra beliefs. Like AJ's not my favorite fighter. Bud Crawford is. I say this all the time, right? But let me just think. I'm gonna go. Okay, so I pretty much enter on a neutral level with boxers, and just can either like them a bit more. But then what I've realized, like I said, can you separate the boxer from his life? Cool. Moving along from that, does fan bases affect your likability for a boxer? H Money.
Yes, could you repeat it one more time? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Does fan bases affect your likability towards a boxer? Your likability or dislikability?
No. No, I try to keep an open mind, and I like to judge a fighter by their skills. You know, I have to judge a fighter by their boxing ability, what type of skill set that the fighter has. And that's how I like to judge it. But, you know, sometimes it might get kind of heated between some of the fight fans, like me and you, for example. It got kind of heated earlier because obviously I'm a Tyson Fury fan. I know you like Anthony Joshua, but yeah. I'm not going to disrespect Anthony Joshua. He is a great champion. He defended his title. He does have a good resume, but it can get kind of heated though.
Yeah. That's fine. There's no love lost. We always.
It's funny.
What you say, brother?
H Money, it's funny. I was saying to Shen, you know, if you're gonna do this, you really need somebody that's gonna speak up on Fury's behalf. And she was like, "Don't worry, H Money's got it."
I said it, didn't I? Yeah, I said it. I said H Money. Don't worry, man. He's out of everybody that's on panel, H Money's the guy that's gonna rep the Tyson Fury thing. And like I said, all right. So for me, but H, I feel that that's not entirely true for you what you said, because I'm always on your show or listening to your show, and you're quite vocal that you're really pissed off with Deontay Wilder because you also don't like his fans, what they say, what they stand for, the LGBTC, the excuses. So that does paint you in a bit of disliking for Wilder because of his fan base.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that Wilder made those excuses. Now, I didn't like when he lost, he started to make lies. You know, he lied about Mark Breland. I was disappointed in Deontay Wilder for such a great champion. Once you lose, you don't take it like a man. You look for every excuse. So I didn't like that part. Now, as far as his fanboys, you know, going on with the false narratives, lying, you know, making threats to Mark Breland. You know, I didn't like that part. That's what I disagree with.
Right. So, okay. So, Kenny, sorry, Ken. Yeah. I know you said nothing for ages. You've got really great discipline.
Yeah, because I've got to go in about 5 minutes, but I'm just going to make that point. Yeah, you rewind back to 1974, the same sort of thing. Deontay Wilder, George Foreman, the older George Foreman, similar characters, both relied on their power, big punches. Yeah. George Foreman was a bad man. Bad man. He makes Mike Tyson seem like like the kid who used to bully in school. George Foreman was the baddest man on earth, not Mike Tyson. He was a bad man. Houston, Texas. Look what he did to Frazier. Look what he did to Frazier in Jamaica. Look how he won the Olympic title in Mexico. Bashed up that Russian. Anyway, let's get back to the story. George Foreman, right? When he lost, right, to Muhammad Ali,
right,
he couldn't take it. They poisoned his water, everything. So he came up with the same thing. And I think what's happened is that Deontay Wilder's got the same sort of situation where he can't deal with his loss because simple reason is that he's used to winning. You know, he's a bad man who just knocks and beats people up. You know what I mean? It wasn't a case of boxing wasn't just an art like, you know, like jab, double jab combinations. It was like, I catch you, you're down. He loses and basically he's lost to a fighter who he considers to have, how to say, was it feather duster fists? The same thing with Ali. You know, Ali was like, it's like dancing queen, you know, flight like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Like a bee,
but he didn't respect Ali's power. So it's the same sort of thing. It happens, and Deontay Wilder's having the same psychological episode as George Foreman in terms of Mike Breland as well. One thing I've got a problem with Mike Breland, right? Mike Breland, obviously he did the right thing with Deontay Wilder, but for him to come out after the event and say that, to talk about Deontay Wilder not taking his training seriously, and not having a jab,
never win.
When Deontay Wilder was winning and he was on the top, why didn't you correct his field boils? Why didn't you correct it? Why did you? If he had all these problems with his jab and his fundamentals, why was that not sorted out? Why
that means it's you, Mark Breland. You're the one training it.
He loses to Fury, and everyone's saying he basically say he can't even put his own gloves on, he can't, let alone box. You're part of that problem. You're part of his problem because you're going on like you're not a cheerleader. Well, you are a cheerleader. If you're saying you're sending out your fighter against someone like Tyson Fury with his skill set and he can't jab. No, you're part of this problem. Either just say that we've fallen out, I've got no respect for Deontay Wilder, but come out this bullshit and bollocks that he had all these things but it was okay. You're sending out a man where he can get killed in the ring without all these fundamentals. So I've got a problem with Mike Breland in that respect.
Well,
may I respond,
please? May I please respond?
I agree with that, Ken, wholeheartedly, fully.
I would like to respond to Kenny, please.
Okay.
So, Kenny, basically, you remember when Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas? His trainer at the time, I think it was Aaron Stone, he said the similar things. Mike Tyson wouldn't train, right? Mike Tyson wouldn't listen to anybody. And Mark Breland said Wilder was uncoachable at the time. He tried to do his part, but Wilder, accusing him of spiking the water, and then Wilder fired him for saving his life. I don't think that was fair, because if a fighter,
no, you're right. He saved his life, and we all endorse that because simple reasons that Wilder just didn't know what to do. He wasn't going to beat Fury, so he might as well just take him out of there. It was a waste of time him going past the road. But what I'm trying to say is that after the event, you've got this situation where boxing is we're in the hurt business, and all these problems he should have had.
It's on him.
If he's untouchable, right, with a man of your reputation, you walk away. You don't stay in the gravy train. You know what I mean? You walk away because you've got a reputation of a great trainer. You've just described yourself as a cheerleader, so like Pepper Correa. Like, Pepper Correa, when he coached Lennox Lewis? Lewis called him a cheerleader. Even though Pepper Correa has got
whilst not having Manuel Stewart.
That's right, So Pepe Correa when he first won his first world title. So all I'm trying to say is that you can't go back after the event and basically say that you sent a fighter out a battle in a dangerous sport without these alleged fundamentals because after he's lost the fight. Right.
I agree with you with that. It's excuses. The whole team come up with excuses. Ken, if you've got to go, and we will continue this because it can get there's more, but I'm going to catch up with you on Monday anyway.
Kenny, before you go, Kenny, let me say one more thing. Right now, Deontay Wilder was the one that lied on Mark Breland, so Mark Breland was upset. He was furious. That's why he responded the way that he did.
Yeah, and definitely you respond, but when you're talking about dissident boxing things, like the guy didn't have a jab and he did. That's what I think, Wangler. If you just said he didn't train properly, not a problem. But when you say that he didn't have a jab and he didn't do it in the fundamentals, I've got a problem with that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a problem because you set someone out in a battle where he can get killed. Killed.
And you're saying he has no boxing fundamentals, and you're the one that's responsible for these lack of boxing fundamentals then. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, H, I'll see you soon. Lady Chan, see you Monday.
Hey, see you on Monday.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Ken.
Yeah.
See you on
And
Monday.
also,
take care, Ken.
We'll speak soon. Look after yourself.
Definitely, Ken. Looking forward to it.
Come on, you Reds.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. See you later.
See you later, Ken. See you
See
later.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, I love Ken. Really do. He's the best. Always got the you know, I just go by energy. His energy's on a trillion. Love his energy. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I was just seeing some of the chats. It's going off. TY was here, but I was going to put him on when Kenny came off, and then he just left. Tell him to come back. Hey.
Okay, I got you. I think he said he's working right now, so he can't put his camera on. But he said he'll
he
come
doesn't
back.
have to put the camera on.
Okay, I'll tell him. Okay.
He can come. There he is in the chat. TK Hunter bullies fully. Okay, so where I want to go is now, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee and H. We're going back to. I'm not sure if any guys saw this, where Tyson Fury videoed himself on his Instagram story, singing a Biggie Smalls Notorious B.I.G. track. You know very well who you are. Yeah, and now you know. N-word. Yeah. So he filmed himself saying all of that, and his kids, you know, all chanting it. So with that teamed up with the BLM, yeah, and with him saying that, he got backlash, right? But he didn't get backlash, right? So I went, when this was posted, I think I went in these comments and I was just like, listen, you've never just defended the belt a lot. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how much racial abuse that I got from his fan base? Go away, you black bitch. Go find your black king, AJ. You black this, you black that, you black this. Every type of black that you could put me with, that's what I got called in the comments out loud on Instagram from Tyson Fury fans, right? Not one person, fight fan, H Money, went in that comments and said, this is out of order. You don't use that type of, that's not what we're going with. Nobody corrected it. So this is where I'm going with the fan base, for me, has tainted my whole outlook if I really even wanted to like Tyson Fury. What do you think about that? Him using the N-word so freely because it was in a track, and his fan base then calling myself, all types of blackness and black that. How do you feel? Welcome, Mr. T.Y.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Y'all was good.
All right, what's going down? Did you just So now that you just, sorry, I know you just joined and thank you for joining. What do you just quickly, before Fight Fan Figures touches, because we're kind of on this topic, is there anything that you want to say that has we've already discussed, or?
No, me chiming in, I was shocked by the title because you guys was really pro Fury a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, the last time.
No, she don't like Fury. That's me. I like Tyson Fury.
Yeah, no, because I think what he's saying is because we was on panel and I was like quite adamant saying he didn't cheat against Deontay Wilder. In that scenario, yeah, I'm pro Fury to a degree that I just didn't think he cheated. But in general, Mr. TY, I'm not. I don't rock with Fury. That's it. But sorry for interrupting you. But go ahead.
Thank you for acknowledging that you interrupted. I actually wanted to hear Ken's point. You actually cut Ken off right when he was about to make his closing point. You finished his point for him.
Oh.
And I was like, man, so she's so fast, but it's all right. That's probably just your character. It's a beautiful thing. It probably took you super far in life, but I'm glad you're starting to consider other folk.
Sorry.
But no, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I appreciate your passion. I'm definitely not here to fuss with you today. Back when we were talking about it a few months ago, a couple of weeks ago, whichever it was, I was saying that I'm not going to debate y'all because sooner or later he's going to disappoint y'all. I said because the guy has very low character, very low integrity. And so I heard y'all talking about something he said or he did, but I didn't get the full story. But I've been hearing y'all talk about it. I heard the brother from overseas. I heard Brother H said he stepped away. I hope you're feeling all right, brother H. I heard about you. You said you got your shot and everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
can y'all
I'm
fill
actually
me in
doing
about
good.
exactly?
Good.
Good. Can y'all fill me about exactly what this guy did?
Okay,
This
so
time?
we were just basically saying about, Tyson Fury when it was George Floyd, the incident of George Floyd, and obviously the whole world was in uproar, and AJ went to a BLM rally and said, we got to support our own. But people took that as here in England, in the UK, if you're pro-black, you're seen as anti-white, and everybody had Anthony Joshua had massive backlash for that. And then Tyson Fury came in within that backlash and joined in and said, yeah, what Anthony Joshua said was out of order and it was actually racist. I can't. Oh, Mr. TY, I don't know where you went, Mr. TY. All right. So this is why I don't want to jump back and forth. But anyway, Lee, but go on, Lee, about what I said about the N-word and about the fans in the comments that seem to be very abusive. I get it every day. A lot of Tyson Fury abuse on my channel, a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the whole comments abuse is one of the main reasons why I don't ever see myself putting up a boxing channel, because I don't want to introduce that kind of element. I'm just not interested in it. But I don't think it's necessarily fair to hold a fighter punished, being punished for what their fans are coming out with.
Why not?
But
why not? If your fans, Lee, if your fans are doing something that you can clearly see that you don't rock with, at some point it is your responsibility to tell your fans, stop. This is not what I'm for. This is not what I'm pro. Because otherwise your silence to me means that you agree.
That was another point of what I was going to get to. I think the whole timing of him having that song on his live was kind of a sleeky way of him taking a piss, but it falls into this whole racial divide thing where, you're allowed to have a demonstration for Black Lives Matter, but then what happens is white people are then left to feel like they can't speak out against anything. So then that's where Tyson, because look at what Clarissa Shields said about Savannah Marshall and what Devin Haney said about Lomachenko, about can't beat around a white man and you're great white hope and all that stuff. It's like, I do get their point when they say, like, with this current council culture, if it was the other way around and, Savannah Marshall had said, she'll never lose to a black woman or something like that. So it just jumps in with this whole racial divide thing, and it's all done. The way I see it is, you got the people at the very top that have all the money that are shitting on everybody else, and rather than us looking at what they're doing, they've got us looking at each other, saying, "Oh, black people get a history month," and then black people say, "Well, we're facing oppression." And then the white people saying, yeah, but what about the white people that are being oppressed? Or what about the white people that can't get jobs? It's just getting us squabbling amongst each other, whereas they're the ones at the top just shitting on everybody and taking all the money and keeping it up for themselves.
So this is what I'm saying, and I don't want to put anyone on spot, and I don't want to make anybody feel bad for rocking with the fighter that they rock with, because honestly, like, there's Deontay Wilder fans that I actually get on with. I get on with in all aspects until it turns into Deontay Wilder. Or even some of them, I still get on with them, even if it does turn into Deontay Wilder, because it doesn't get like mad disrespectful. I just operate, like I say, from facts. But like, does it not sit well with you that you can fully support someone that says the N-word with his kids and has the gall, and like you said, he always gets the hall passes to do straight up fuckeries, yeah, and nobody says anything. And the minute that myself or anyone like me or black people in the sport or AJ says anything, we're racist, coons, Uncle Toms. Like, I can't, like, this is where I can't rock with it. I can deal with facts and say he's this and he's that. but I can't support you because first and foremost, I'm black. And if you want to attack my blackness and you want to attack my culture like you didn't like when your gypsy culture was attacked, then I can't do it. My blackness comes first. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. So to support someone like that, for me, I cannot.
Hey, can I jump in real quick? Sorry, I fell off. I was trying to hit my mic button and switch pages. So yeah, man, this whole racism thing, man. For one, I don't call white people white people. I call them Caucasoid people. Caucasoid people are just as confused about who and what they are as we are about who we are. You know, it's been an illusional double standard that's kind of been put on them to kind of make them feel more superior. And I want to correct something the brother said, that they have all the money. Actually, they have all the money that we give them. Right? We need to stop giving them our money. We need to stop supporting them. Like he mentioned earlier, yes, we do need to create our own. We do need to start to support our own athletes. You know, they created racism. You understand? They started the whole black-white bullshit, and now that everything is turning and collapsing on them, they're frustrated by it. So a lot of the people who have these problems, I tell them, go talk to your ancestors about it. If you have such a problem with it, go talk to your great-great-granddaddy and tell him why the fuck did he create such stupidity. All right, because now you're going to have to correct it. Now, as far as me, I'm not worried about racism because I know who we are. I know where we are from. I know the parts of the history books they don't teach us in school. So the word or whatever, it was actually a sense of being called royal, God, king, ruler, of just being of just great essence.
And the nature into nastiness.
Yeah, because you know when they had us in cages and people was pointing, yo, what are those? They are royalty, but in their language they didn't understand that niggas mean royalty. So they took it and meant it was something ugly. It was something stupid. And just because the English language is definitely the youngest and most immature adolescent language of all language in the goddamn world, we take it as priority. It's a young language. It's a young-minded people. So we need to learn how to not be entertained or even respond to the only thing that makes them valuable, which is racism. You understand?
Right.
So as far as Anthony Joshua, celebrate your background, celebrate your greatness, and if the people don't like it, tell them to suck your pinky toe and eat dog shit.
Fuck off. Like,
so part of my language. So yes, I'm complete. Yeah, I just want to add that part.
Thank you. No, great point. I had to time out Lunar Star. There's some losers in the chat, real big fucking losers. How do you feel about that then, H Money? About him using the N-word with his kids, having the balls to actually put it on his Instagram until he got backlash, a bit of backlash, and then a week later he was like, I apologize for those that I offended, and they moved swiftly on. But yeah, AJ got backlash and still getting backlash to this day. How do you feel about that?
Hey, yo, H, real quick. Yo, H, real quick, not to cut you off. I want to say also, yo, they are our biggest fans. You understand? Of course they're gonna sing Busy. Ain't nobody singing Garth Brooks. Ain't nobody care about no goddamn I don't even know. I can't even think of nobody right now. We are the most looked after, the most celebrated, the most mocked. So if they mock it, let him do that because he doesn't have nothing to celebrate of his own except ignorance.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So this is how so Mr. TY, this is why I'm doing this show, to just break down like just the mere facts, like, and then see how people feel about these facts or how people deal with these facts, like, and especially like with people of color that decide to and I'm not turning it into a race thing, because boxing over here isn't a race thing, but it's become a race thing on both sides. With the Wildettes, as you know, I don't rock with that side of it, but also the other side of it with the Tyson, I don't know what they call Fury fangirls, fanboys, with that. So it's important to do shows like this, whether fucking people like it or not. But I just want to see how, I know, Mr. TY, you don't fuck with Tyson because of your reasons.
No, listen. Let me say Tyson. Like I said, I was a fan of Tyson until I learned that he cheated when he cheated with Klitschko, and then he lost his belt, and then he pulled the whole bullshit
Yeah,
scam. But when he came back, I was happy Wilder gave him another gig, and then he
yeah,
took until he did the other bullshit. You understand? Again, this
yeah,
ain't about racism because racism is something that they created. You understand?
yeah,
Now, I'm a fan of European and Caucasoid so-called white boxers as well, you know,
yeah,
so that doesn't bother me. So, and also, there are younger generations of so-called white people who are just as pissed off with their ancestors for creating
yeah,
that
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah,
You understand? So
yeah,
those are the ones that's go out there and talk to those people about the bullshit that their own people are reflecting. But as us, we have to start responding to it. You understand?
yeah.
Because that's what they love. That's what get their little fucking nipples hard. You know what I'm saying? When they think they got us distracted. You know what I'm saying? Move forward. Keep doing your thing, y'all. Fuck all them corny ass people, man.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm fucking down. Don't you see? So next time when you see me on panel, be nice to me.
Oh, you already know I like you. You already it's the spice and spice. You know what I'm saying? I know a lioness when I see her, so it's all right. I
Yeah,
came on the panel. I said I liked it. I understand,
yeah,
and
no,
you
thank
know
you.
I'm
You know what?
adaptable. I got you. I got you. We
Yeah,
good
no,
people.
thank you. No, 100. I'm with you. Like, H, am
Got
I?
you, goddess. I
Okay.
got you, Miss Fiery. I'm
Thank
gonna start
you,
calling you Miss
King.
Fiery. I got you.
I
And Ace Money's my people, man. I appreciate his heart also. He's another one with a passionate heart. So I
love him.
understand how you two connected. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
adore
salute
him.
to you, salute to the panel, and I
Yeah,
got you.
I adore them. Thank you, King. Thank you. Massively appreciated. I adore these guys. I adore fight fan figures and I adore H Money knows the score. I adore him too. Shan great. Big up Shelton Moore. So okay, but you didn't answer H Money.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I remember with Tyson Fury, he was hanging out at home and he was on I believe, an Instagram live, and
Yeah.
he was listening to Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G., rest in peace. And all he was doing, he was rapping a song, and he happened to say the N word. It wasn't like he was just talking,
No,
yeah, it wasn't like he was
no.
just was to
But it was
call.
after the Anthony Joshua thing, but just
Yeah,
to keep
yeah.
that
But
context.
what he was doing was he just was rapping the song, and he
Yeah.
happened to while he was rapping the song, Biggie in the verse, Biggie said the N word, and
Yeah.
Tyson Fury repeated what Biggie said. So
And
it
his
wasn't
kids.
like Tyson Fury.
And his kids. Yeah.
It, I
So
don't
they
think
used to
Tyson
say
Fury
that.
was trying to be derogatory and trying to be racist by any chance. He just was
But
rapping the
you
song.
take it as that.
Can I
If
finish?
you sorry, H.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he actually just was rapping a song. It wasn't like he was talking to somebody and he called somebody out their name and things of that nature, And to be honest, here in America, especially where I'm at in Memphis in the South, there is white guys that you see hanging around in the projects in the hood, and they use the N word. I mean, it happens. It happens. I'm not saying that is right, but it does happen in certain neighborhoods. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I don't think Tyson Fury was trying to be racist or anything. He just was rapping a song. And
But
like I said,
doesn't he have responsibility though?
yeah, but
What he's just been linked with? Isn't
can
there
I
any responsibility?
Queen,
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, I grew up in Los Angeles. There's
Yeah.
plenty of Mexicans that I grew up with. My friends, like, these are like brothers to me. And
And
they
they
grew
say
up in the
that
hood. They grew up in the hood with us, with black people. And the Mexican brothers, some of them say the N word. You know what I mean? And I don't look at them as, oh, you're trying to be racist or anything of
yeah,
that
you don't
nature.
do that there. We don't have that
But
here,
it
by the
could
way.
rub people the wrong way, though, Chan. It
Yeah.
could. Some people could take it the wrong way, but I don't think Tyson Fury meant any harm. And as far as you receiving, I believe, racist comments in your on your channel, I mean, by
All
some
day.
Tyson Fury fans.
All
Tyson
day.
Fury, but at the end of the day, he's not responsible for what some of the fanboys do. Just like some of Wilder fans, they do some crazy stuff, and they gave Mark Breland some death threats. That wasn't right.
So let me interject. So that wasn't right. So is it
It's not right.
as a public figure, anybody as a public figure, whether we like it or not, we still have a responsibility to be responsible. We have a responsibility to be responsible to a certain degree out in the public. So if you see your fan base doing something that goes against your moral code of conduct, you have to nip it in the bud. Like, if I'm on my comments and I see fucking black people just saying some derogatory stuff to any other races just because of their race and nothing to do with the topic at hand, I see it, I have to stop it. I have to say that's not acceptable here, and if you continue, you'll be blocked. Simple. You have to moderate stuff in life. So what I'm saying is, if I go on Tyson Fury's page and he puts up a picture of the belt, this is what happens, and I left a comment, but you haven't defended the title, and we're talking boxing, and then all of a sudden everybody goes, you black bitch and you black whore and you black cow, and go back to your black king AJ. And then I don't see Tyson Fury or any of his decent fan base to come interject and say, no, that's not what we're rocking with. Why have you called her a black bitch and why have you called her a black whore?
Yeah, that's wrong. I agree with you. That's completely wrong. And you know, Tyson Fury, maybe he doesn't know that there's certain fans doing things like that.
He does.
I'm not sure. So I'm just, you know, trying to see the whole picture. Maybe he doesn't know, you know. So I'm not sure. But Tyson Fury, he's not responsible for what the next man does. That's what he's not responsible. But Chan, I'm sorry that you are receiving this negative feedback, you know, from some of these fanboys and some of these racists out here, because there is a lot of racists. And I want to say one more thing real quick. Like I said, Fury, he was just rapping the song. He probably made a mistake when he was doing it. He probably just was rapping, you know. So people do that, you know. Some people do that, you know. There's some white people that might listen to rap music, and when they by themselves, they just rapping a song, they getting turned up, and they might, you know what I mean. It happens. Like, I got a friend, he didn't mean any harm, but you know, he might have slipped up and said the N-word or something like that, but he didn't say it with an ER. Tyson Fury didn't say it with an ER at the end.
No, but this is the thing, is this is the difference in our culture here. I think Fight Fan Figures will attest to this. I know you guys we got different. We're from London, the biggest melting pot ever. Like, but guess what? Our white people or our Asians can never, in our presence, in the presence of a black person, ever, they know never to use the N-word, whether it's ER or A at the end. It's not allowed. And when it has been done in our groups and collectives, they've got beaten up. You're not allowed. We don't care if you've grown with us. You can't say nigger. Simple, point blank, period. It's not up to date here. So when we see you guys over there calling, yo, that's my nigga and that's my that, we think it mind blown. I think it's wild.
Out here in America,
that's where you're fucking up your nation.
See, in America, it's different, where you have Latinos. They grow up in the projects with us. And they use the N-word as well. I'm just telling you, I'm telling you how it is in America. It's different in the UK. That's just how we grow up, you know. And like I said, Tyson Fury, he was rapping a song. He didn't mean any harm. He you know, like I said, I got friends and they did the same thing in the past. And I know they didn't mean any harm. Tyson Fury's not a racist. He's been working with black people on his team for a very long time, you know.
I didn't say he was racist.
Yeah, I didn't say you. I know you didn't say that. I know, I understand, but I'm just I just want to clear it up. And you know, one thing about it, Tyson Fury has Sugar Hill, who's a black trainer around him. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder was friends at first before Wilder lost. Deontay Wilder even said out his own mouth he loves Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is my brother. And Tyson Fury, he also has received racism himself for being a gypsy, which is true.
But never from black people, because gypsy.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Chan, give me a second. Chan, please give me a second. I'm not saying that he received hate from black people. I'm just saying, as gypsies receive racism as well. That's all that I'm saying. And
they're not a race, but they get prejudice. It's prejudice. They suffer prejudice because gypsies. Tyson Fury walks into a room with white people. They don't look at him and go, "Look at that gypsy." He looks no different from any other white person.
But Shan, on the whole gypsies thing in England, I remember when I was working up in Colchester.
Well, no, they get it. No, if you're going to say they get it, and I'm not with them getting it because I grow up with gypsies. But hey, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying that there was a gypsy caravan site went up, and the petition and stuff that went out. You know, so I've seen the hate that gypsies get. You know, like petitions for councils, and they just don't want them there. You know, I'm not going to if we're having this discussion, I will speak up and say that, you know, that there is a genuine case that gypsies do face discrimination just because they are travelers, or you know, just because of how they choose to live. When it comes to the song, my thing is, if we've got a problem with it, then the song shouldn't be allowed. You know,
no.
I look at it like it's a song, man.
We're not here to appease to
it's not appeasing. I'm not appeasing at all.
That's our thing, and not everything that you can be inclusive in. That's it. I don't turn up at a Sikh wedding fucking without wrapping or without wrapping my hair or whatever. That's the rules. That's what I abide for. They don't have to appease me. That's their thing. So we can't say, oh, maybe the song shouldn't be done. No, the song should be done, and you just can't fucking say it. You do everything else. You've had everything else. Leave us alone with the N-word. Leave us the fuck alone with it. Not everything is for you. And this is why oppression happens, and we're thinking like that. Oh, maybe we shouldn't be us because it makes them uncomfortable. I'm very sorry about that, but this is just how it is. This is how it goes. Not everything's included in everything.
Not to cut you off. Just to add a perspective to what H was saying about how the N-word is used in New York. I mean, not in New York, but just in the States here, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, again, words are like, you know, you put a word together, you spell a word. You know, words are spells. Words have power. So, you know, when the word, after we started using the word out here, we changed the frequency of the word. You understand? When hip hop started coming out and rappers started using the word, these rappers, the vibration changed. So when they was like, yo, that's my nigga, oh man, that's somebody I appreciate. That's somebody I love. That's my brother. That's my big brother. That's my little brother. That's my father. You know, so it you know, that's my king to some dudes. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of the biggest artists that use that word, you can see them. They're draped out with jewelry. They're as rich as they can be, and they can't stop using the word because they change the power of the word. Again, these people who use the word, so-called white people, Caucasoids, or European, you know, I don't even want to use the term European Americans no more because Europe wasn't always Europe, it was Western Asia, but that's another conversation. But we have to stop taking their young language and responding to it. You know what I'm saying? Like they really turn the shit, they take our struggles and sell it to us. You know what I'm saying? And we buy it, we argue over it, we take their religions and get it mixed up and somehow try to include ourselves in it. Like it's so ass backwards. And now Tyson Fury, in my opinion, he said it on fucking purpose. I don't want to have to go count bars, but I know every bar in that song. So he could have said a whole number of different lines in that song, and it could have popped up. So he said it intentionally. He told that part intentionally. He's an asshole.
The wrong way.
But that's his character. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I seen him shake hands with Wilder, and for a second I was like, man, he may be a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got some maturity. He can make a lot of. It means deceiving. That's Tyson Fury. He's the nigga. Niggas are something completely different, and that's with a GODS on the end.
Niggas.
Boom.
Yeah.
With all due respect, Mr. T.Y., I do disagree with that, my brother.
Well, of course you would, because you're not rocking for the fucking
cause. I would love to hear his point.
I just wanted to just give my opinion. I disagree with it. I don't feel like Tyson Fury was meant any harm. Obviously, some people will get offended by that. You know.
If you got on mute.
You got on mute. Can't hear you.
Yeah, no. All I was saying was Tyson Fury. He just was rapping a song. Biggie said it. He was rapping, and you know he didn't mean any harm by that. But I respect what Mr. T.Y. is saying. But I know Tyson Fury. He didn't mean any harm.
No, you don't know him.
No, I said he didn't mean any harm. I said he was rapping a song. I know I don't know him. I never met him. But
we don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, what I do know is he was rapping a song, and I've seen plenty of people do that in the past, and they didn't have any bad intentions.
It's not acceptable. That's all. In the UK, for us, like you guys have got a different culture if you want to do it. But what I'm saying, for us, it's just not acceptable.
Okay, but like I said, I have friends that
for us it's not acceptable.
They was rapping songs. They was rapping Tupac songs. They did the same thing, and they didn't mean any harm. But it's different in America. But that's what it's different in America.
No one does that here.
You have to come to America and experience exactly what I'm
talking about. America. I told you, I grew up in.
Yeah, I know, but it's different though. You got to come to different neighborhood, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about.
I grew up in New York, so just because things are different doesn't mean that means it's correct. Drop the mic. Lee, fight fans?
Yeah, I've heard what you said, but I still kind of think of it's a song. You get what I mean? If you don't have a problem with a song, my thing is if you've got a problem with it, then have a problem with the song, and let's eradicate it fully. I don't. Yeah, to me it was just a song. I think that Fury did do it as because he was pissed off against the whole BLM stuff that was the attention that was getting got, and I do think he did it for that.
Insensitive to say it at that time.
No, I think he did it on purpose. That's what would be my guess.
I have a question.
And the goal of it, like you said, he always gets the hall pass. That you felt that it was so like you're so above you're so above everyone that you could actually do that. Do you think? And I don't even do this in my private time. I've got nothing against gypsies. I grew up with gypsies. Like it's cool. I see more white people fuck up gypsies and black people. We go side by side because we know what it's like to be oppressed. But could you imagine if there was a song that's like saying like a derogatory term about gypsies? Just even though it was a term of endearment within the song, but for where the gypsies have come from, it was a derogatory term. Like, and I was like so comfortable saying it out loud on my fucking Instagram live. I get shot down. I get attempted to be shot down now just by being on YouTube. So could you imagine if I went and did that, what the backlash I would get? Like, but it's okay for him to say that and quite happily with his kids and have the gall to do it out loud and nobody check him. But yet you want to check Anthony Joshua for standing up for black people and George Floyd.
That was my question. Like, how did we go from defending a word to not being able to defend a human being? You know, Anthony Joshua was defending a human being, but people will have a bigger fight and advocacy for Tyson Fury using the word of humiliation as opposed to Joshua defending the life of somebody that was taken. I mean, this is the bullshit double standards where the argument is just redundant, you know, because the one thing those people are infamous for is playing naive. They are masters at playing naive and acting like they don't know what the fuck is going on. And the fact that we continue to even have the bullshit argument, you know, we just walk around in circles just trying to debate with them.
This is what I'm saying.
It's a waste
for me,
of time.
It's not up for debate, is it? Just don't include yourself in fucking everything. You can't be a part of fucking everything. We don't want to be a part of everything, and we accept what you do is your culture, and this is our culture, and we can't just intervene in your culture unless you want to share bits. Cool, and we don't mind. But we're the most fucking accommodating people, and I'm sick of everybody trying to fucking take our shit, like you said, resell it back to us, and then make us the bad guy in the whole process. I'm not down with it. Sorry,
lady Chan,
subscribe, but unsubscribe. Then so be it. But I'm just letting it be known, people. Yet for a third time, my blackness comes first and fucking foremost before anything.
Lady Chan, thank you for having me once again. This was a great show. I have to go do something with the family, but you are cooking.
We're gonna wrap it up anyway.
Lady Chan, you are cooking. You are doing a tremendous job. Keep up the great work. I appreciate the brother Kenny, the brother Fight Fan. Appreciate you, brother, so much. Shout out to Pep Talk UK. Shout out to Pro Bees. You know what I mean? Shout out to Mr. TY, all the brothers in America, all the brothers in the UK. You know, we got to come together and build up this great sport of boxing. You know, let's come together. Yes, let's unite with one another. Now, you know, I'm a Tyson Fury fan as a fighter. You know, nobody's perfect as a person. We know Tyson Fury dealt with, you know, mental illness, drug addiction, all of those things. He's not perfect. But what I can say, in the ring, Tyson Fury is a superior boxer to Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury will win the undisputed fight when it does happen. And Lady Chan, thank you so much, Queen. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe to Lady Chan.
To your channel as well, boxing. Tell them about your channel just quickly. You know,
yes, H Money Boxing on YouTube. Come check me out. You know, we have a great panel every day. It's free smoke. Everybody is welcome. It's free smoke. Everybody on the panel. I don't mute anybody. You know, we don't block anybody or time them out. It's, you know, everybody has their own opinion, and I respect everybody. Come check me out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, H. I'll chop it up with you later. Thank you, King.
Okay, peace.
Appreciated.
Peace
out. Peace out. Right. Peace out. Yeah. So yeah, I just have to let people know that and that's Lee. Why Lee? That is in like I'm so glad. Like we really covered everything. Like why I don't now. Do you get why I don't rock with Tyson Fury? Like, do you get it? Knowing a bit more about me. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but you see the stuff that I stand for, so you know he irks me.
Okay, look, I would understand why anybody wouldn't like Tyson Fury. Same as Deontay Wilder, same as Dillian White, same as Joshua. I can see why people can find things not to like about them.
Yeah, I was a fan of his when I guess when he was.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. It just chucked me out. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I was saying, so I was kind of a fan of his. I did follow some of his career. I wasn't impressed with his career. I was shocked when he got the Klitschko fight. Yeah, Fury. Yeah, I was shocked he got the Klitschko fight, and when he won, you know, I was like, wow, okay, this guy has a lot of energy. You know, to be a big guy, he didn't look like he was in great shape compared to Klitschko. And then later on, I hear about the allegations and the failed test, and I kind of took credit from it. And instead of him addressing it, he kind of just disappeared. And then when he came back with the Lifetime TV story about, oh, woe is me and all that bullshit. Like, you know, come on, I work in communities of people living them lives every fucking day. So I get it, man. You go speak to your counselor about that shit.
Yeah, you know? Welcome to the fucking world. This is
Shan, that's what I wanted to say. Sorry to interject.
Oh, no, it's cool.
This whole thing about you know, this happened because I had mental health issues. It's like, I don't know, it's like a guy getting accused of beating up his girlfriend and then saying, oh, I did it because I had mental health issues. Right. It's like, it can't be used as an excuse to do the wrong things. And that's where I'm like, that's the bit I can't rock with, when it's like, when mental health is used as an excuse to do fuckeries. You know,
yeah, because now you're actually lessening the impact of what actual people that do suffer from mental health conditions. You're making it everything like look like, oh, we don't give a fuck because our reference to it is you. Yeah, and he uses it. That's what I say. He uses it as a guise. He uses it to infiltrate. He uses it like he's very smart, and people are very dumb. And the minute that you show that you get it and that you clock onto them, the fuckeries that come to you is ridiculous. But like I said, when you operate from a place of facts, it doesn't matter if you swim amongst the sharks and you're a fucking goldfish. You're not going to eat me because you can't. That's just it. Facts negate assumptions and opinions.
I call it the Jesus Christ.
U.S. military. She's only just retired. She was upstate New York. She was Texas. I grew up going to Stuttgart in Germany when she was always there. You know, so I've grown up on base and all of that. So my culture is also very much American culture. So this is what I'm saying. So I get it in its entirety, and this is why I try to speak about it. And also, obviously, I'm Latina, but also I'm Caribbean because my dad's Jamaican. So it's wild. So I'm a mix of everything. Hablo español también. And then I'll speak like, yo, I go on, everything cool, everything calm. And then I'll be like, yeah, mate. So I'm a mix of everything. So I get it, but I'm still black. And this is what I'm saying. I'm still like, even if Latino's not a race, you're either Afro-Latina or you're Caucasian Latina. And that's just the bottom line of it. And I think people try to mix it up too much and be like, well, I'm Latina, but yeah, Latina's not a race, mate. It's a language. Spanish. Oh, I'm Spanish. No, you're not. Unless you're born in Spain, then you're not Spanish. You speak Spanish.
Well, the wild thing I remember, I went to in New York. We have a thing called the West Indian Festival, the West Indian Parade, Labor Day, where tons of people come out from the Caribbean, different parts of the world, and they wear their flags. Yeah. And I remember one summer not wanting to get involved. I kind of just stood back and was just watching, right? And what I noticed, everyone looked alike. You know, all the flags that they had on their head was just flags of their colonizers. Yeah. The only thing difference between Dominican people and Haitian people were the people who put the fence up between the trees that they used to pass to each other.
Dominicans are bad at it, though. They say that they're not black when they're pitch black.
I'm from New York. There were sisters dark, but they had curly hair, and they said they were Dominican, and they wouldn't consider themselves black, and they looked just like the Jamaican females.
It's sad.
It's programming. Like I said, it's programming.
Yeah.
It's like I said, they lied to us in school. We went in classes and learned all this fucking bullshit, and it was all wrong. It was gimmick, you know? Yeah, but now people are starting to become aware. Now people are having the conversation, and there's some people who are stuck that don't want to move because they're content with being stuck. And there's some people who's waking up like, I'm letting go of this bullshit because it doesn't belong to me, and it's not worth nothing to me.
It's not conducive to your life. I know. It's just fucking stressful. It's no point. Yeah. I'm again, Mr. TY. I'm with you.
I got you.
Yeah. Fully fucking with you. I am fully with you. And there's my Spanish, mi cariño. Yeah, tú sabes. Hablo español muy bien. Gracias.
De nada.
No hay problema.
Mucho pica.
Sí.
That's you. It's all that spice. You know what I'm saying? The spice. You mentioned the Caribbean, the Spanish.
Yeah, everything.
It's not mixed up. It's like it's what makes you flavorable. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm a volcano, TY. Hey. Yeah, that's why I'm a volcano. Everything has to erupt. I'm like, it's my DNA. That's why I'm made to be in boxing, to be honest. It's the right sport where I can just be like, oh, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck off.
Top 3 favorite boxers of all time. Top 3.
I definitely Muhammad Ali, without saying. I want to go Tyson, Mike Tyson, and I would go with because I got top 5. I'll put George. I like George Foreman. That's it. Top 3. I could mix the 2 and 3 around. Number 1 always stays Ali though.
I'm going Tyson, Mayweather, and Holyfield. No, not Holyfield. Okay. Hopkins, but not Hopkins. So Tyson, Mayweather, Hopkins are my top 3.
Bernard Hopkins. When I saw him, like, I looked at it the other day when he got punched out of the fucking ring. That was just hilarious. Sorry, Bernard, but that was wild. But see who you've mentioned, they're in my top. But they are in my top of all time. But they would be like in my top 10. If you're just saying boxers of all time, and it doesn't mean it has to be in a division, like Joe Calzaghe's in my top 10 all day. Floyd Mayweather, I did a show dedicated to Floyd Mayweather. Those who don't know, I adore him. I love him. GOAT in my top 10. Mike Tyson in my top 10. Lennox Lewis is even in my top 10. He's like number 10, but he's in there. Like, yeah. Joe Frazier is in my top 10. Definitely. Even, would I say even like go to as deep as a Michael Mora, Spinks. Like, there's people that it's so solid, like that the era before. Like, it's hard to just put everyone in it because it's so certified. These heavyweights now, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Wilder, Dillian White, they would never be good in the last era that we came from. No way. They'd all get beat up, in my opinion.
They would give you up because there'd be less belts and they would have to fight more fighters.
No, they're just not good enough. They're not good enough on that level, the old school. They're not good enough. They're not good enough. Could you imagine Anthony Joshua fighting fucking George Foreman? He'd be fucked. Ruiz fucked him up. What do you think George Foreman would have done to him? George Foreman would have buried him. You know? Evander Holyfield's in my top two. Evander Holyfield come from cruiserweight to fucking. That's why I put him in. I put him in one of my all-time pound for pound lists. He's in it, Evander Holyfield, all day long. I had a friend the other day said he didn't even know that Evander Holyfield was a cruiserweight because he just didn't. It was so celebrated at him at heavyweight and his achievements that like more casual fans didn't realize that he actually came from cruiserweight. You know. And I thought that was wild. I thought everybody knew that. But I love Evander.
I recently met Holyfield. Good brother, man. He's one.
Pep talk, we shall. Well. Pep talk, we shall. Well. I'm out. Gun. Hey, girl, it's Lady Shan. Red knowledge, straight from the Sun Cycle Farm. Yo, Wyler, fix up. Fix up yourself, yeah. Straight send from your girl, Lady Shan. I'm Pep talk. Well.